I'm looking at what's going on in the market, right? So we can look at, earnings season right now. We have about like 93% of the stocks on the S&P 500 reporting, and they're beating expectations. Year over year, growth is up 39%. Also, with all of this talk of supply chain issues and increased costs with freight and so forth and labor, we're also seeing the companies are able to expand their profit margins. So they're pushing through, and people are paying more for the things that they want. We can look at October retail sales, of course, that was just released a couple of days ago. And, it's the most significant, it's the best report we've seen since March, the third straight month in increases in retail sales. So all in all, I really feel positive about what's going on in the market right now.
All right. So if you feel positive, then what parts really stand out? I mean, this is a seasonably strong time for markets overall in the fourth quarter, especially during the holiday season. Is it just retailers in focus, or are there other companies out there that are catching your eye?
Well, right now, so today is a big day for retail earnings. So I think that it really is important to note that, kind of pivoting back to that retail sales number that was just released, department stores were one of the biggest increases in other retail sales, and also apparel. So department stores, they were up over 28%, and apparel was up over 26%. And in particular, because, we do have some notable retail earnings being posted today, for instance, like Macy's, right? So we look at Macy's, of course, a department store, but Macy's was really, really struggling pre-pandemic, right? And so this, is really a turnaround story if I've ever seen one. When you look at, and Macy's reports today, so, overall, we're expecting good things from Macy's, really, because we're still in this, recovery, and stores are opening. But when you take a look back in 2018, Macy's stock took a huge nosedive, right? And so I don't know if you can put the chart up, but they took a huge nosedive.
We're seeing it right now, Tiffany, just so you know. We're seeing it right now, that chart. Yep.
Great. When you look at that chart, and then when you look at, last year, of course, everybody was struggling last year and stores were closed. But one thing Macy's did was they announced this Polaris plan, right? This whole plan to turn around Macy's. And so they announced that in 2020. But look at what the stock has done this year, right? The stock is up 174% year to date and up over 250% in the past year. That is nuts. And so, this plan that they have to kind of turn Macy's around, they're doing things, they're really focused on increasing margins, right? So kind of like lowering their cost, and then but then also increasing their prices a bit for their customers. Also managing inventory. If they're able to do that, and also increase their online sales. They really focused on Macy's.com. They actually moved their Macy's.com headquarters back to New York, the fashion capital of the world, and they're really going to focus on that. And if they're able to, and they're also going to focus on launching a couple $1 billion private labels under their umbrella. And if they're able to execute on all the strategies, I think the stock goes higher.